Today, I want to talk about doing business in China. Most of the time, we have talked about great things that happen in China, how China is a miracle economy, and there are people in India who say that if you have a benevolent dictatorship, India will progress. But I have always maintained that India should never go the Chinese way and should never have a one party rule or one man in power who can do a lot of damage. There have been a lot of horror stories coming out of China, but these have been small in between. There have been problems in Hong Kong where media moguls have been thrown in jail. People who do not adjust with the system have been put to jail and have suffered torture. There has been over-regulation or partial regulation where rules apply to one party and rules don't apply to another party. There are also cases of expats being taken and put inside jail by local communist bosses, blackmailed into signing over their companies. But all this has been low profile and has not caught the world news as the world continued to pile in China. Today, I wanted to talk about a big bang event that has happened in China. But before I go to that, I want you to do the following. Hit the like button of my video. Also, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to it. It's not enough if you subscribe to it. Please ask your friends and relatives to do so. And finally, turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not get to see every video. The Google algorithm does not push the video to everyone. You need to have the bell notification up if you want to see every video. I've been talking about the long arm of the Chinese government. Even workers are treated like slave labor in China and are not allowed to negotiate. Deng Xiaoping once said that about capitalism, the color of the cat does not matter as long as it catches mice. While there has been economic liberalization in China and some Chinese people have done well, there have been lots of problems in China. The population control has led to disastrous consequences with one missing generation. Foreigners are shown only the swanky malls in Beijing and Shanghai and towns like that. Huge vasts of China are still struggling. Citizens of China need passes to go from one place to another, unlike in our country where we can move freely between cities. So if you want to go to Guangzhou or Shanghai to work from the interior, you need a pass and you are at the mercy of the communist bosses. These things have unintended consequences. The stock markets and capitalists do not suffer from morals. They don't bother about such things as long as they make money. And this is what the Chinese bosses capitalize. One of the biggest successes in China that has come out in the last 20 years is the story of Alibaba and its founder Jack Ma. Jack Ma came from backwaters of China, learnt English, was a school teacher, could not find many jobs till he landed the internet and in one tour of America learnt what computers could do. So he decided to link the Chinese factory with the global world and started with a computer version of the Yellow Pages. It didn't turn out well. But later, he sat down with 12 of his compatriots to create a marketplace, like what Amazon and Walmart's own Flipkart have done. There was listing of all Chinese factories, which did very well. There is a very famous documentary of an American who worked in Alibaba and who stored his meteoric rise. Alibaba got an investment from Yahoo to counter the competition from eBay. eBay got permission from Chinese bosses and partnered with a local Chinese company to launch big. And everybody thought eBay is going to be the biggest thing in China. Alibaba and Jack Ma were made of sterner stuff. They got a huge investment from Yahoo and started off afresh and massacred eBay in China. They launched another marketplace just to compete with eBay. Over a period of time, eBay China disappeared and Alibaba became the place to go. When Alibaba debuted in the stock market, it was considered very big and very successful. The company became one of the largest by market capitalization in the world and was listed in Hong Kong. To such an extent, Alibaba grew from strength to strength and became a big monster. Last year, Jack Ma decided to step down and concentrate on his charitable institutions, especially in education. But Jack Ma, though he had stepped down from the chief post in Alibaba, was still having his pies in every business. One of the subsidiaries of Alibaba was Ant Financial. This was basically using computers to do finance. They were basically replacing the banks. In India, Ant Financial had invested in Paytm, which was given patronage by the current government in India. But over a period of time, Paytm's technology became obsolete. People like Google and PhonePe took over the payments market. But that was only one of Jack Ma's investments, and Jack Ma had arranged in Ant Financial a huge array of financial companies. Sometime in last year, Jack Ma decided to go public. Take sometime during last year, Jack Ma decided to take Ant Financial public. In a jumbo IPO, $37 billion was collected, and the shares were to list in China and Hong Kong simultaneously. Just one day before the release, Jack Ma was told that the IPO could not go through and the Chinese authorities cracked down on it and the whole IPO process was dropped. This was because 3-4 days before, Jack Ma took on the regulators and criticized the over regulation of Chinese regulators. The Chinese Communist Party, led by Xi Jinping, thought that Jack Ma had become bigger than the party and had to be cut to size. They kept on piling the pressure on him. Yahoo News recently reported that Jack Ma has not been cited in public for more than 3 months now. Ever since that criticism, Jack Ma Jack Ma hosts a TV TV series on for Africa's business heroes, and he was supposed to be the judge in the final episode. In the last minute, Jack Ma was replaced by an executive of Alibaba. So the government has advised him to stay in the country and not move him. When contacted, Alibaba's spokesman downplayed the issue and said his non-appearance was due to a schedule conflict declining further conflict. The news coverage of Ma's absence from public venue has triggered speculation on Twitter and which is blocked in China. That is, Twitter cannot be accessed in China and nobody knows what's happening. Chinese regulators have since then zeroed in on Ma's businesses since his October speech, including launching an antitrust probe into Alibaba and ordering Ant to separate its lending business from its online payment division. Alipay is considered one of the fastest growing apps and virtual currencies. Now, what they are saying is you separate the lending business from its online payment processing division. Alibaba stocks have started to fall in Hong Kong this week. There is also rumors that Alibaba and Ant Financial will be forced to divest several equity investments in financial companies. The Chinese government finally felt that a homegrown company has to become too big and needed to be cut in size. This is what happens in all communist and fascist states. Finally, a business becomes too big for the emperor. Thank you for watching. Be rich. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification. If you use Kindle, you can buy the book using the Kindle link given below. If you want a hard copy, send a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would get in touch with you. At the very end, if you want to get in touch with me, please send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. I am grateful for your support of Be Rich.